One of the biggest factors affecting a fighter pilot's performance is task saturation. Normally, there are dozens of things happening simultaneously, and we have a methodical process of prioritizing what matters and what doesn't. Developing good situational awareness, or SA, is the key to maintaining a high workload. When you have good SA, you make quality decisions, quickly moving on to the next decision. Sometimes, however, it all gets a little bit much, and a fighter pilot, just like everyone else in the world, suffers from task saturation. As you guessed by now, that is a cool fighter pilot term. We've got lots of them. And that means there is just too much going on and not enough time for a human being to process it all. The reason it's so dangerous for a fighter pilot is that as the task saturation increases, our performance dramatically decreases, which can lead to an error or a mistake. Now, in some ways or another, we all suffer from task saturation, whether that's your boss dumping a mountain of work on your desk, not giving you reasonable time to finish it off, or being locked by an enemy surface-to-air missile whilst in a dogfight with one of the bad guys. No one is immune to task saturation, but the good news is there are tools and methods to deal with this. Using a proven method to handle task saturation is the only way we keep moving forward and keep making correct decisions. If you don't use a proven framework, you won't make the correct decision. And you may lack the ability to detach and see the problems for what they really are. And if that happens, you're going to start making more and more mistakes. And if we're unable to get out of this decision-making loop, those mistakes can be very costly indeed. I believe that the people who take on the most can handle it because they fall into one of two categories. They are either super successful because they break through and keep on pushing forward no matter what. They're a bulldozer or a bulldog. And at the other end of the spectrum, they're overwhelmed and stressed out because there's too much to do and too few resources or too little money to get the job done no matter what they try. So I've got a couple of questions for you. Are you feeling overwhelmed and task saturated? And that feeling like there's just too much going on? Do you lack clarity? And which of these two categories do you think you fall into? If you want to learn more about the proven fighter pilot methods to handle any form of task saturation, then join me at our next live event. Click on the link below and find out more, and I'd love to see you at our next event.